Hello, gearheads. This week we got a Nissan Concept. Or 3. 4, could be. An all-new Volvo of sorts. Honda says it makes a big change. Sort of. What's Buick doing? And the chemistry of Tesla. Less exciting than you might think.
Drive on Lugnutz right over here to pjandwh.com, where you're going to find all of the crazy and luggy and nutty moments right up top, as well as last week's Triforce podcast, AI Dungeon Master with finger guns. And last week's Lugnutz Podcast, Star Citizen Gauge Cluster flying French cars. So we also have Big Brother streaming Monday to Friday, 3 to 5-ish, right here on Walljanger Gaming. And it's one of those things that I kind of took the reins when I was off a little bit doing Old Republic, but you're getting back onto the Mass Effect train, finishing that off. So you'll have that to look forward to on Monday, and as well as this first story. Mother,
We'll wait till he's done texting.
fucker.
He'll be done texting in a minute.
I'm not texting. Anyway.
Any minute now.
So, what do we have for this
Hey,
first
with
story?
this first story, we have Nissan. They released a bunch of new electric vehicles, if the mouse will work, and it won't. Nissan said that they would be releasing 15 electric vehicles by 2030. We're going to start with this first one. If you scroll down somewhere,
There we go.
this is the pickup truck called Surfs Out.
All right.
Different light setup with a minimalist interior and big screens inside.
Oh, we don't have the inside screens. We're just taking their word
It says
on
there's photos.
Oh.
You have to. What the? Go back. What is?
There's photos, but you just have to search for them.
But
I'm going to take their word on it.
It does have quite an interesting front light going on for it. It's kind of like a ring. One big ring around the word Nissan.
One ring to save them all. But I just, I don't know about that.
It's different looking. It will have, I know you're worried, all-wheel drive setup that they're calling E-Force. Set up for off-roads.
I mean, even if you have that whole front end as like an LED strip to where you can have turn signals and all that safety features, I still don't like it. Because
scroll down and let's see what else they got. They have this one, which is their convertible sports car called Max Out.
That's not bad.
I got that orange, no, not orange, green, and
I was about to say, are you colorblind?
a little bit. The mouth and the eyes don't match, but it has 2 low stance seats for performance. That's all I got.
It's not bad. I mean, it has that kind of like cut off the top and
It looks nice.
Like a hot top in the back kind of feel to it, but
it's a big screen, simple design.
that
like
lends
Nissan's
to
going for.
the design of that kind of just fuck it, let's go kind of mentality to this car. And as long as they have the power behind it, I'd imagine it'd be popular.
Well, you should hold on to your butts for this next one.
I don't think
It's called Hangout.
I don't think I'm hanging out
Hangout.
anywhere with that.
It's the Cube, Anyone remember the Nissan Cube? Well,
No, the Cube was so much bigger than that. Huge.
It kind of looks like the Cube, except curvier than the Cube.
I'm telling you, man, that Cube, it was literally just a
like
gift box.
Describe the shape.
Well, it was a cube, but
it looks like a cube, so I'm right.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly a cube. It's like
you just said it looks like a cube. Well, it looks like a cube.
No, it's like a cube that was left out in the sun, and it just started to slant a little bit.
Right. Well, let's move on. I said a curvier cube, but okay. This one's called Chill Out. It's their SUV concept. I mean, crossover. It's like the Aria, but smaller.
A little like Blade Runner, or like futuristic vibes from this one, but still having that classic Nissan front end.
The piping around the seats there.
Yeah, it is that, but you still have that classic Nissan in the front.
Yeah.
So, you know what you're getting.
This one's better. This one looks like it. This one is closer to production than all the rest.
Okay.
So, you'll see this. It's got realistic lights and.
But then again, it does look more like a Nissan than even if you look at any of these other ones, they look a little bit more concept. Especially this one and this one. A little bit more concept, but this one, it honestly looks a little bit more closer to what something Nissan would put out. Because they have the lights and all the different trim and the front. They're probably going to add some more stuff.
Your favorite, no door handles, but there's no door handles required for this next one.
Oh,
the next story.
Which is this?
Which is the Aria Crossover. Not the type of crossover that one might think. This is a single-seat concept car styled from Formula E.
This is definitely not no one.
Yes. Nissan has competed in Formula E since 2018, and we have to wait till the mouse responds. Okay. Nissan has been competing in Formula E since 2018. It has the covered wheels, the exposed suspension, and yes, you get that halo.
Oh, I mean, it's protecting the driver's head, so...
Well, you'll need that protection for the dual motor setup, good for 389 horsepower and 443 torques. And it's street legal with that V-shaped grille, illuminated strips, and front air splitter.
It's just I don't know how those Formula One drivers
can you imagine
get used to that halo, a solid beam right in front of where you're supposed to go.
You get used to it.
If I can't see it, I'm supposed to go there.
Can you imagine going to the supermarket in this thing?
Oh my God. Parking spaces would probably be the biggest problem with it, I would imagine.
Yeah. That
actually pulling into the spot.
If it's street legal, it must be able to negotiate those turns. So,
well, I mean, I figure that just means you have mirrors, blinkers, and emissions regulated. You're good to go.
Although, could all the people that could afford it fit in it? You got to be quite slender, I imagine. If it's like Formula cars, they're sort of.
You never know, man.
There's parts you got.
Some of those niche car collectors, they're just scrawny guys that just love fucking cars, and they just have 25 of them.
But then again, if you're one of those car collectors, it'll never see the streets.
Oh yeah, no, never.
But you will see this next one, and you may ride in it. I hate this mouse. I really hate.
I gotta move this mic. Oh my God. Anyway.
Volvo has a brand new bus. It's the Bzl Electric Bus.
All right.
Both as a single and double-decker buses with several options that can be configured for solo buses.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. It
A
looks really good.
Solo bus with a single motor or a dual motor for the double-decker bigger buses, with a total output of 400 kilowatts for the dual motor double-decker buses.
Well, I mean, when was the last time you saw a double-decker bus over here?
This is based on technology that they already use in Europe.
Well, yeah, Europe. Europe, I could see this in to where, yeah, take over that market. But that doesn't look bad because I almost imagine that's like a digital screen.
Take over that market? They already have the bus market. They're a huge dealer in the bus market.
Ah, good. So you're already a step ahead of me.
Have been
But
for a while.
I just hope that side is like a full advertisement, like regular buses, because they always had such clever.
Volvo doesn't add that.
No,
that's not Volvo. That's the person who buys the bus.
Yeah,
Let's say if your name was
not like that's not like an LED screen. That's just glass.
It's just a bus.
Oh, that's disappointing. So it's just regular advertising.
It's public transportation.
I was hoping for like cyberpunk, like Blade Runner kind of advertising for this, because that's what the vibes you're getting from it.
This is Earth.
Yeah,
Earth.
I'm just saying it has that futuristic.
It doesn't expand.
Put some imagination in it.
The variable sizes.
No, but I'm talking about the black face of that, using that for advertisement and stuff like that, because obviously it's going to be very popular for public transit and stuff like that. They're going to do it. Might as well make it easy. LED side. That way you can change the fucking advertisement quickly, rather than wrapping a bus, which is really costly.
Okay, you're convinced. But I'm convinced it has a 2-stage automatic transmission, which has 167 kilowatts of continuous power, with a peak power of 200 kilowatts and 425 Newton meters of torque.
So
it weighs 19 tons, 3 battery options, which is 282 kilowatts, 376 kilowatts, and a whopping 470 kilowatts.
Oh, okay then.
And not only that, it's said to be 90% recycled from recycled materials. So they got that going for them.
Good for you, I guess.
It looks like the type of bus you'd find in Disney. With that side door, that's where I imagine it. That's also the last time I rode on a bus.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it's got that kind of cyberpunk, that Blade Runner, that kind of futuristic feel to it. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, not having that. It's just kind of...
I don't see it as a cyberpunk bus. I see it as a boring,
styling-wise,
loaf of bread.
Styling-wise.
Bus.
I mean, you don't see SEPTA rolling around with something like that.
It's not
a new, innovative look.
I wouldn't call it a new, innovative look.
As far as a bus, how far are you going to go with the design?
It's a box with 245 degree. Can we move on to the next story?
We can.
Stupid fucking
We
bus.
can't argue about a bus.
I just wanted
more, but
to cover Volvo. That's why we covered the bus. I didn't know you were going to... I'm on a political stand about cyberpunk and buses, and I'm going to tell you. Okay.
No, I was just saying it had a certain styling to it, which led to a futuristic design look. I don't know where you got that from, but where is Mazda going?
I don't. Mazda is going carbon fiber for the Mazda 3. The CX-5 and the CX-9 have it. And the Mazda 6 has had it. The Mazda 6 does not have a carbon fiber package. I'm sorry. But the 2022 Mazda Carbon Edition Appearance Package will be available for the 3. Polymer gray interior, there's a photo below, and red leather, with that same naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline force and 6-speed automatic transmission that you know and love. Yes. Just a moment for the 6-speed transmission. Okay, that's enough. The preferred package also adds a 12-speaker Bose audio system and an 18-inch wheels, heated side mirrors, and they'll paint it black.
I mean, I do like the red interior to that. I think that's a nice contrast. You don't really... Most red interiors just look awkward.
Well, the package will cost you an extra $1,650. It will be in the 2022 lineup, and they're adding a new color. Prepare yourself. Platinum quartz, metallic.
It's like an off-white?
I don't know. There's no picture below.
Okay.
It's just an advertisement. But we can move on to the next story. Because we hardly ever talk about these people. GMC has huge, gigantic, massive news. You might want to sit down for this.
Thank God I am.
Oh, good. They're changing the name. Oh, we're getting a new front. There they are, the new fronts of the Sierra. That's it. New fronts. And it gets a new name.
Transformers?
It was called the Sierra. It's now called the Sierra Pro. You're excited. This is huge news, right?
It would have been better if it was
gigantic.
Sierra Prime, because that looks like a Michael Bay front end.
Oh, okay. There are 4 powertrain options.
It looks like it transforms to make your fuel efficiency more optimal.
And with that optimal fuel efficiency for a truck, it has 20% more torque. And there's a bunch of options below.
Okay.
They have the that's
Well, that doesn't look bad.
the regular one, I guess, and then they have the SLE, and then they have the this one's in gray, the Sierra Elevation. What a shit name!
Elevate. They gave Bono a choice for one of the levels, trim level names, and he chose Elevation.
That's
his
a
favorite
weird
song.
name, and this one is the no name listed. Oh, the Sierra AT4, named after their favorite copier.
Yeah. Or it was their 4th automatic transmission, and they were just like, "Fuck it, it works."
There's another one.
Yeah, man.
This one's in blue. It's in
The
right
GMC
color.
Sierra
Denali. Everyone loves the Denali.
I mean, what? Hang on a sec. What makes that
It's
all the more different than that besides the front grille?
towing hitches are red.
Oh.
See how they're red? They're special tow hitches.
Fair enough. Special red tow hitches.
And is the grille slightly different? Hold on, is
A little
the
bit.
grille's not chrome.
It doesn't have the chrome grille there, and
Hey,
it
the
has
front of your truck.
the little
That's
chrome around the
huge.
headlights.
That's huge right there. You want the chrome or no chrome?
And so essentially, it just adds chrome to the front end, and different wheels, as well as chrome door handles hold the hinges. Those are chrome door handles.
It's pretty cool. Well,
and that's like $5,000 difference.
Those are huge changes, aren't they?
Big.
Gigantic cost.
Gigantic changes.
We have gigantic changes coming from Honda. The CEO wants you to know all sorts of fun things about Honda's future. They say it's a big announcement. I think this is the only photo.
Sure.
Honda CEO Maybe? I did not spell it wrong. I copied it.
Maybe. I'll go with maybe.
He wants Honda to be all electric by 2030.
Maybe.
Although the big change is large vehicles may have a hydrogen fuel cell and a battery store.
Heavens.
Because they're large.
I mean, why not?
Right now, Honda has one electric vehicle on the market in Europe.
I mean, like we've been saying this entire time, there is an additional route with hydrogen. Even with hydrogen, electric.
They are pursuing it.
It's a good option to have all the bases covered. See what pans out. And Honda, why not? If you have 25 models and 4 of them blow up.
Now that I look at those photos, The photo above my head and to the far, you see the one to the far right there? That one.
This one?
This one right here
Yeah.
looks wildly underwhelming compared to the other.
It looks like a
hold
fucking
on. Can I put my CRV out there?
Can I put my car in there too?
And I'll make it nice and easy.
It does look like that. Like
It looks like that one's just like, and then we'll put a CRV in the back because it's people. Like, I mean, even the one in the far side.
The camera guy's like, oh fuck, we're one car short. Are you kidding me?
Look at the one up over there. Even
I got
that
you, man.
one has got a funky. No, the other side has got a funky paint.
Yeah,
they're trying with the like narrow little lights, but
I don't know.
That one on the far side.
I don't think 3 cars is enough for a good picture.
Whoa.
I think we need more.
How about a CRV? People love that.
I mean, it's yellow. Let's add that in there, and then they have the fucking RDX in the background. Like, I'll fill out this other side. It's gray. Maybe it will just kind of like blend into the background. People won't notice. It's when you have the futuristic looking cars like this in the forefront, and then you got like grandma's car and your dad's car in the background. It kind of takes away from the picture.
Well, speaking of grandma's car and dad's car, they might want to check their hood.
I hope so.
There's a hood recall for Honda. Goes for the Passport, Pilot, and Ridgeline. The hood, there's a bit of a gap, and it doesn't seal. The rubber doesn't, and it could pop up in your face. The 2019 Passport, 2016 to 2019 Pilot, 2017 to 2019 Ridgeline.
How do you not have that mental image of, what was it, Tommy Boy? When
that is
driving down the fucking highway, and then
it probably.
Oh my God!
I would imagine it's not going to pop open, but it could. I imagine.
I just imagine that Tommy Boy scene. You're driving down the highway, and the hood just pops open.
It probably.
Like, oh my God!
It probably just rattles. That's
why
I imagine that. No one's going to go fast enough for it to
no. You're probably just going to hear a rattle like, man, this is annoying. And then they'll just fix it, and you'll be like, oh, thank God that's fixed.
So, stop by your Honda dealer. I'm sure they'll take care of that at some point. Or
if
whatever.
you ask.
Very nicely. But you might want to ask for the new hip version of Buick. They've been trying to do that for a while now.
Buick trying to be hip?
That's a cool looking car right there.
I mean, it is.
I really like that car up there.
I don't think they would ever really sell it.
Did you know Buick began in 1902?
Yeah. It was a very old American car company.
Well, they've been known for being the elderly type cars. But
yeah, you get those cars before you die.
They don't. Buicks don't die. I think they don't die. They just drive around forever.
They outlive their owners. They
do.
Definitely do.
They do.
Yeah.
Someone bought a Buick when he's 20 and it's still around. That was in 1902.
I had a friend, we'll call him Bob. He and his family, they were very big Buick supporters. And for the most part, those cars did not let them down. You drove the fuck out of them.
Well, this car is described as elegant and beauty.
It definitely, it looks like a Buick version of elegance.
It was a concept car. This was a concept car, first shown in the North American International Auto Show in 2016. Soon we will see it from General Motors.
Well, it's nice to see that you do eventually come out with a concept.
It looks like an ass-kicking muscle car.
It does look like that, but if it has a puny little 4-cylinder turbo, I'm going to make fun of it.
You will find a massive exhaust, no B-pillars, muscular fender flare, slimming headlights, fully digital inside, and a start-stop engine.
God, that is so annoying.
From Plop.
Yeah. I mean...
At least it's good looking.
The
It's a
start-stop
fantastic
engine.
looking car.
The start-stop engine is just so horrible.
You know, I don't like the sound of it, but it probably saves a lot of money on gas. And if they have a big V8 in there, you're gonna need that fucking start-stop.
Oh yeah, you'll need that. Like,
fucking thing off the
cut
line.
that shit
Yeah.
off.
Can you imagine if they put a big V8 in that thing?
Blah, 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 blah.
Buick really wants to show you they're gonna put a V12.
You know, it's definitely
That would be amazing.
Now, the look of it is very nice, and I really hope that they do put this out into the model line because I would love to see that driving around.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic looking.
You know, like certain cars, even if you don't purchase them, you want to see them when you're driving.
And some cars, like this next story, you may not want to see it, but you're gonna, because it's an ugly Jeep. And it gets better.
Okay.
Who are you gonna go up on?
Oh. Bam.
And it gets better. It's Russian.
All right.
It's Russian mid-sized. It's SUV. It's making its debut under the name Jeep. They couldn't use the name Tasso,
Preacher.
Teos,
What is that? Bremach?
Bremach.
It's a Klingon ritual of passage or
Well,
something.
those are the Russians. Because they wanted to call it the Teos, but Volkswagen was currently using it. It'll have this one. Will have a 2.7 16 valve 4-cylinder engine that'll produce 150 horsepower with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty.
Pinky up, motherfucker.
It's a small version of the Jeep Passport?
Yeah.
The little one?
It is, yeah,
It's a
small
small, ugly, dated-looking Passport.
Yeah. No actual real live use function. But it,
In the Curtis, it's good for international trade.
There you go.
That's the bright side.
It's
I like
good
to
for
leave
other people,
bright.
not us.
I'm not really an SUV person.
I mean, I kind of am, but I'm not really.
There you go.
Seeing...
They have the Russian name on the back of that one. Teos. No, the next one.
There's only 4 pictures.
So, what's Mercedes doing?
Mercedes.
There's another story. I don't think there's another. Oh, there is another story. Right. Mercedes is going off-road with this project they call Maybach, which is, I thought, kind of funny because they have a car line called Maybach. You know what this reminds me of? Does this remind you of anyone's car that was on Amazon? Drove it on his farm?
I mean, not particularly.
His was a Bentley. It reminds me of Jezzer's.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. I'm like, how does that not? There's photos of. There's
No,
more
you know what?
below.
Now that you mention that,
Because the big tires.
they
I mean,
made
it's
they made it an uglier color on the side, but no, yeah,
boxy looking.
that's a
but
Jazzer Maybach.
See, there you go.
All right.
It's not horrible looking, I guess, compared to it is what it is. I'd prefer some more curves on it, especially that back end or the side. Well,
that's weird.
That's nice.
I mean, it's right along that Star Citizen minimalistic interior kind of.
That's a very nice way to put it. It looks like you see it as a pocket.
Yeah.
Does that have 3 seats? Is the steering wheel in the center? Go back to that. Is the steering
Goddamn.
wheel in the center? Holy crap!
Fucking mount for the.
Oh no, it's a European. The steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car.
Oh no! On the it's on the
Looks
left
like they
side.
have a lot of storage in the sides. No, that's it. It's a fantastic. The seat does look comfortable.
Oh yeah, I mean, but then you got
A stately Maybach-looking front end with.
That's what you call it, a stately Maybach.
It's a stately front. It's the secret. The name is the Maybach. The secret. Looks like it's going to be called the Virgil something or another.
It looks like a car in Grand Theft Auto that hasn't fully pixelated.
No. This is this is where it would show up in Grand Theft Auto, and you'd have to steal it. And there's like a lot of cops shooting at you, and you gotta steal it for the really rich guy who only wants that one of one,
and you gotta drive to the paint spray,
and doesn't know you just if you're really rich, you just go to Gotham Garage and say I'd like one of them, and here's all the money in the world, and he'll just make it for you.
Well,
that's what television teaches me, and it might teach you something about this next story. We don't always have something interesting to report about Tesla, but they've changed their battery chemistry.
Okay.
Okie doke. In North America has been powered with batteries with thousands of small cylinders of nickel, cobalt, aluminum. The new battery pack is lithium ion phosphate, or LiFeP.
Well, no, why wouldn't you have lithium ion in your battery? The nickel alloy it's good, but the lithium ion has
LiFeP.
more. Or LiFeP, it has more benefits, I would say, than the previous.
Would you like to know the massive difference in this?
Sure.
From 253 miles to 263.
That's rather underwhelming.
I told you the story was underwhelming.
But I mean, maybe it
sounds like it's
like one will last longer than the other, like battery-wise.
I think the reason why they're changing is because it's better for the environment.
All right, well, I'll give that.
That's
I'll
why
give that
he's changing.
I mean, honestly,
because of where you get the materials.
Yeah,
it's kind of more readily available, like here, as opposed to.
But that is a very good point of
as
having
opposed to like
all these people go into batteries, and then now the big cost of the environmental stuff on the battery side was the cost of getting those raw materials. Now he's going to different raw materials that are easier to get, at least more cost efficient.
I'm sure
make it easier.
If you go back on Rogan, he probably explained it on Rogan. So since you're here on Spotify, you can like, share, and subscribe below.
Yeah, find us on
Go
Spotify.
over to the website, which is pjandwh.com.
Yeah. Find all the luggy and nutty moments right up top, as well as this podcast and every other podcast right below. And it doesn't matter if you drive a Ferrari or a Maybach. Either one of them. Nothing rolls
bus
without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on!
Oh.
Nah. He's not about that life. I was trying to get him up, but
No.
no.
He's not about that life.
Hero of Time is not about that end credit life. But